Well, Orlando, I think, said the greatest thing when it comes to Orlando Brown.
Oh my God! You
had the
quoting
greatest
Orlando
comment.
Brown?
I'm quoting Orlando Brown. He said in an interview recently that you can't arrest Keefe D for Tupac's murder because Keefe D is Tupac.
You think what I say be great? That kid, I don't know what happened to that kid. He was such a brilliant kid. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. I mean, such a brilliant kid, funny kid. I mean, brilliant.
Mm.
And then I don't know. I mean, he said you can't arrest Keefe D because Keefe D is too. That's he morphed himself.
Or maybe that's what Tupac looks like now. You know, he got heavy. He let himself go.
He went to Popeyes every day.
Yep, went to Popeyes
Knock this
every
tooth
day.
out, make my teeth a little fucked up.
Exactly. Aged a little bit extra, you know, threw a little extra decade on there.
How old is Keefe D? Is my age. I think we have the same.
No,
birthday.
He's like 60.
Oh,
yeah. No, Keefe's older. He's a grandfather.
Yeah. So
yeah, he's 60 years old. Born
would have
63.
been what, about 49? No, 40.
No, he'd be like 52.
52?
Because he was born in
69.
Hold on a second. Tupac. 71. So he'd be 52 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Imagine a 52-year-old Pac. That's the kind of stuff that 52-year-old Pac, 52-year-old Big, but I guess that's just their journey. It's kind of like I equate it to like I keep forgetting the Beatles guy's name.
John Lennon.
It's like it's almost rock and roll, but it's not. Like why did John Lennon get shot?
A crazy person. So basically, there was this guy who thought he was John Lennon, and John Lennon was an imposter. And I guess in the building he lived in, when he like signed out, he signed his name as John Lennon. And then he went to go see, because John Lennon lived in New York.
Yeah.
And he walked up to John Lennon, asked for an autograph. So John Lennon was like, all right, no problem. And then he pulled out a gun and killed him, like right there in front of his building.
That's kind of like Orlando Brown.
Hopefully not.
Not Orlando Brown, but what's
Orlando Anderson?
Huh?
Orlando
Brown. Yeah.
Orlando Brown. Yeah.
He's like Keefe D.
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, mental illness is a real thing. I mean, I think Orlando Brown has mental illness. I've interviewed him and hanging out with him a little bit before and after the interview. I'm like, no, this guy, it's not an act. He actually is, I feel like, is mentally ill.
You think mental illness just came along now? Because it used to be somebody in your family would slap the shit out of you and say, all right, knock it off.
I think, I've seen it before. I remember a friend of mine's brother just sort of snapped one day. Like, I think he went to like Amsterdam and took a whole bunch of hard drugs, and then something just got fucked up. He came home and he was just like crazy. He was walking around, grocery stores, telling people he's running for mayor. He'd be wearing a helmet and shit and yelling at random people. And they had to put him into a institution. But he was totally normal before. Like, and then just this one day, it was like, my man could go, yo, can you help me out? My brother's losing it. And I looked and I met up with him and I'm like, yo, he's fucked up. Like, I don't know what just happened. I think
my nephew snapped like that too.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, the brain is a complicated instrument, and it's easy to fuck it up,